I've been here for 2-3 years.
It says we're live. It says we're live.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Call to order the common council meeting for December 15th. Start off with the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, before we get to the next item, we'll deviate from our agenda just a little bit. With resignation of Bill White, obviously opened up his seat for at-large. They had a caucus meeting Thursday night, and they had 2 people that had their name signed up to go for the seat, and it was Jerry Eldridge and Bob Haywood. And Jerry won the vote, so Jerry will be taking over Bill White's seat. I think there's 2 years left in there, right? So Jerry, you want to wave at everybody? Jerry was a city council member up until 2019, I believe.
Yes.
And so he will be taking Bill's spot, but Angela will go ahead and administer the oath. So if you want to come up here, want to get behind here.
Yeah. Matt, can you or Ron do a picture?
You don't want me doing it. I'll do it.
Do you want like little hats or anything on them?
No. No photoshopping, please.
Emojis or whatever.
You're not gonna want it.
Okay. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
I,
Gerald Eldridge,
Gerald Eldridge,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and laws of the United States of America,
and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Indiana,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Indiana,
and the charter and ordinances
and the charter and ordinances
of the city of Butler.
of the city of Butler,
And I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
perform the duties of the office
perform the duties of the office
of the City Common Council Member at Large District
of the city Common Council Member at Large District
for the City of Butler,
for the city of Butler,
according to law
according to law
and the best of my ability.
and the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead and you can have a seat here.
Jerry, a minute or so to get back up here so he can take his seat. All right, moving on. We will, anybody in the audience have any questions pertaining to tonight's agenda? That should be the minutes from the previous meeting.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes of the previous meeting, December 1st.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes from December 1st. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Next, we'll get into proposed ordinances and resolutions. First one will be ordinance 1378 amended. This will be for the South Shore Mobile Home Park second reading. So just a reminder on that, we brought that to council about amending the ordinance that allowed South Shore to only have 40 units out there. And once they went to 40 units, they had to start paying a 6-inch meter fee versus a 4. Andrew and I sat down and talked with them, tried to get something worked out. We felt that if we could raise that to 60, give them a chance to grow. And they was basically for it because I know he said it took him like 5 trailers probably to break even, but we kind of did the math on that. I think Stuart, you helped do the math on that. That's gonna take more than 5 to break even.
Thank you.
So
sure.
we think 60, if we get 20 new units, 4 people per unit, 80 people. They have 2 kids in there, that's another 40 in our school system. So we think overall it's a win-win. So we did take that back to the ordinance committee, did a little fact checking on it, and we're good to go on the ordinance side. So we want to bring it back to council for the final, or for the second reading, or we could also do the third reading tonight too.
Well, I make a motion to approve the ordinance 1378 amended, South Shore Mobile Home Park in the second reading.
So a motion, second,
Motion.
yeah, or sorry, I'm sitting here making notes and everything, yeah, sorry, go ahead. Have a motion, second.
Second.
Okay, have a motion and a second to adopt ordinance 1378 on second reading. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
So we don't need to.
Pass rule which permits you to do in secondary reading.
I'll make a motion for 1378 as amended for the third reading.
Second.
Motion and second to approve ordinance 1378 on final reading. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. So we'll move on to resolution 25-672. That will be the annual banking resolution.
This is a resolution that we have to do every year, and all it does is state in writing what banks we are currently using. I did remove Beacon Credit Union from here because they were handling our payroll direct deposit, but now we are doing that through ACH, through Community State Bank. So we're currently using Farmer and Merchant State Bank, Community State Bank, and Trust Indiana.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 25-672, annual banking resolution.
Motion and second to approve resolution 25-672. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Next will be resolution 25-673, transfer from one fund to another.
Okay, this is something we do every year also, because if we don't do this, we can't save up enough money to do specific projects. So these are the specific projects that we've been budgeting for a couple of years. If it needs to be changed, you just need to let me know. Basically, unsafe building enforcement and demolition, motor vehicle replacement fund, sidewalks, computer and network equipment, and park equipment.
So basically, we're just moving money around right
Yes,
now.
this is money that
Eventually-
we budgeted to spend this year, but we didn't on those specific projects. So we have funds set up for those specific projects to help build up the dollar
And
figure.
it can be moved later on if necessary.
Yeah, we can use it later if we need to.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 25-673, transfer from one fund to another.
Second.
Motion and second to approve resolution 25-673. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Next will be resolution 25-674, transfer of appropriations.
Okay, this is another one that we do at the end of every year. Nobody overexpends their budget entirely, but many departments overexpend one line and then don't spend hardly anything in another line. So we transfer that money to balance them out, and that is what this is doing. So everybody did a really good job this year because this is a pretty short list compared to past years.
I'll make a motion, we adopt resolution 25-674, a resolution for transfer of appropriations.
Second.
Motion and second to approve resolution 25-674. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Finally, we're on resolution 25-675, that'd be encumber funds for 2026.
Okay, this is the last one. These are items that the Board of Works has approved for purchase, and we have existing contracts and or purchase orders for them. This also includes the purchases that were approved tonight for IT and the fire department and water and wastewater. So the total amount for the year to transfer to next year is $243,987 even. And I don't know how it came out even, but it did. I did not round up on that. I added it 3 times.
Now, is this the one that, I was reading one of the resolutions where couldn't get paid out for this year,
Yes,
and you're going into next year to finish paying them?
yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like what Gavin's panel was, we approved it tonight, but definitely not gonna pay it till next year, but taking the funds from 25
Okay,
and give it to either 26.
okay. I'll make a motion to approve resolutions 25-675, encumber the funds for 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve resolution 25-675. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
Thank you.
In department reports, we will start off with Ron.
The only thing I got is, I just kind of wanted to give everybody a big thank you for everything that you guys did. Everybody in this room had something to do with, pretty much our success this year. For what we did this year out there at the fire station and some of the projects we can run. So that's the big thing, is to all of you guys, thank you. It's, pretty successful overall. So a lot of things that we threw out, a lot of transitions, a lot of things that, was new for a lot of people, and it did well. And everybody kind of helped to make it smooth out, so thank you.
Okay, thank you. Andrew.
I have nothing for common council.
Matt.
Real quick, I want to piggyback on what Ron said about the support that we had, and got a lot of things accomplished this year. We introduced several new programs, community programs that we haven't done in the past. A lot of updates to the PD, which I plan on having a list for everybody after the first year, end of year report. So thank you, everybody, for supporting us and getting these things accomplished. Real quick, we completed Shop at the Cop for 2025. So I want to extend my thanks to all the donors and all the volunteers that came out and helped out with that. I believe it was a success. We had 14 families and 21 kids. So thank you very much, and special thanks to Walmart too for even hosting us. So, that's all I have, sir.
All right, thank you. Stuart.
I gave each of you a packet. On the last page of that are the totals for the year of 2025. I gave out a total of 54 warnings or reminders. I did end up having to write 5 tickets for court appearances this year, 2 for loose dogs, 2 for parking violations, and 1 for excessive garbage. Our grass violation, where we had to go and mow it, dropped severely to under 10 this year, so the reminders were working. There's some room for improvement that I've mentioned on there. You can look through that. Maybe 1 evening a week through the summer, trying to get to, some of the first shift people that aren't home when I'm usually going home. Just some other little things. Pretty successful year. I noticed in our head of department, I only spent about 60% of our budget, which was, yay. I'm very frugal though, that's just how it works. So I think we had a pretty successful year. So if you have any questions or you think you could do anything, help me, give me some advice to how to make the code enforcement more effective. I'm always open, doors always open. So I want to thank Matt specifically for working with me pretty honestly throughout the year on trying to figure out parking and how we're going to do these things. It's been a real pleasure. Appreciate it. So that's all I have, just some reporting for you.
Thank you. You need to defer back to the planning department. We're a little late to the game.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking. The commissioners did approve our interlocal agreement for the extraterritorial jurisdiction as well as the expansion. So comprehensive plan is done, is passed. Interlocal agreement is done, is passed. Our expansion is done, is passed. So we are moving forward from that and everything's been completed. Chris scanned everything. We should be getting that email.
I have it.
Okay, you do have it.
I have
Okay, perfect. I couldn't remember if we sent it out yet or not. So
Yep.
it's recorded, everything's good to go.
Thank you. Chris?
I've got nothing for the common council, other than the fact I just want to say thank you to you for giving me the opportunity to be able to do this. Obviously, snow has been on the schedule for the last 20 days for us, 3 of us over there, sort some new salt and everything like that, so just bear with us, we're doing our best that we can over there, keep things cleaned up for you, but thanks for making the opportunity.
Yeah, I have received a couple of good comments this week. I think that first snowstorm kind of caught you guys off guard. That was at 8 or 10 inches.
We were still in the mix of doing leaves and brush, so trucks weren't quite ready for that amount of snow when it came down, and then we had, equipment went down, hydraulic leak, so that was obviously didn't help. And then when there's that much snow and it's that heavy and you're putting it off to the side of the road, you're getting piles up in front of driveways, and that makes people upset, just like it does me at my own house, but we dealt with it, we got through it, so.
I think from the first storm to the fourth one here, I think my calls to you went way downhill, but I'm not receiving them anymore. They're all good calls, so.
Okay.
So live and learn on some of that.
Yep, absolutely.
Braxton is not here, but I know we talked a little bit at the Board of Works meeting, that you've seen some pictures. He sent everybody an email out, kind of showing you that background. But I had some handouts here, it's got your name on it, just pass that down. Kind of give you a better look. A little bit better look at what he's dealing with. Definitely invest in when he started. So the first page is where they're at right now. Second page is where he started. There's arrows there pointing upward, which ones to look at. Definitely a lot of progress. I think him and Nate spent, I think they had 19 hours in over the weekend working on that. They're getting there. It's probably not a job I'd like to do.
It's slow going. These guys are doing a fantastic job. Braxton's really doing a nice job, revamping the network, putting things in order so that it can be maintained going forward. It's really coming along.
So half of the IT, we'll move on to water.
I got nothing for the, common council.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know, 2 Fridays ago, on the 5th, we did, our lift station did overflow again because of, the VFD one folded out again, but it was a fuse this time. Since the fuse went out, I don't know why it didn't alarm us like it should have, but the alarms are working, just, I guess, not for loss of power to the VFD. I guess if the lift station loses power, we'll get notified for that, but I guess not for VFD. That's something we can look into, possibly getting added to it. And then on my way back home from getting that fixed, I noticed we had another industrial force main break as well, so we got that all taken care of, so. And an ARV blew after that, so. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Don,
Nothing for the council.
Angela.
I have nothing for the council.
Tracy, you have anything for the council?
I have nothing for the council.
All right. Jerry, the newbie, you got anything for the council?
Not tonight.
Gail.
I just want to congratulate Christie. She did a wonderful job out fire department.
Completely.
Meeting, she did real well, opening it up and making control, so it was good.
I told you to tell him I was terrible.
Oh.
That won't be, that,
But she did. No, she did a great job.
thank you. Darren,
I guess I'm gonna start last meeting for the year. I was really proud of this whole team and the things we've accomplished this year. The hiring on IT, that was just one of the smartest moves I think we've ever done. Of course, but it just seems like everything's looking up, headed in the right direction. I'm just really proud to be part of the team. Putting Butler into the future, it just makes me feel good. And I hope it does everybody else also.
that's all. Yes, thank you. Christie,
I was pretty much gonna say the same thing. Thank you to everybody that makes this city function, because without you guys, we would probably still be buried in snow, have crappy water, crap everywhere. Violations not being met. Without all of that and your guys' help and dedication to the city, we would probably have a way worse year than we did. Which overall, we had a good year. Also to the mayor, I know I've said this before, but we get these little sheets that he details, what he does over the last few weeks in between meetings. And, right now he is over 536 hours just on a basic 40-hour week. So he's putting in a lot of time, which I appreciate that. And obviously going full-time was a good idea.
all right, thank you.
Have a happy holiday, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, I just have a few things here to add. One, go down and do some things. I want to thank, I know we had an issue out the city cemetery. A couple of tombstones were knocked off the base or knocked over. Put it on Facebook, trying to figure out if we can find out who it was. Still don't have a clue who's done it yet. We think it's a vehicle or an ORV. But Ace Monument has seen that post on there, and unbeknownst to me, I think last Thursday or Friday, they just showed up and fixed it. And he sent me a text and said, hey, it's already taken care of. They're put back the way they are. They're glued down or epoxied the way they should be. Good to go. I don't expect to send you a bill. And so I want to just give them a huge shout out. That was very nice of them. We did have another business reached out today if we needed it. That was Gabe Taylor from, I think, Feaster Tree Service. He was going to help as well, but Ace did it and actually mounted them back up the way we need them. So very thankful for them. And kind of go back to what everyone else has said here today. You know, thank you for all the department heads and everything that you've done this year. I think we've made some good strides. Like Gail, I think, or no, Darren mentioned getting an IT person in here. I think that's been a good move because it's pretty much shown us for the last, at least since I've been here, that we had a lot of problems that we weren't aware of on the IT side of it. Basically just a Band-Aid on it to get it through and make us happy. And we really didn't realize how bad it was until we got in there. And I think Braxton and Nate's doing a good job on that. Hiring a water superintendent, you know, finally was able to break these three departments up in an individual. We think we're going in the right direction with that. So, and today I seen all the time tickets from the department heads and everything, and everybody's, you know, I know Christy brought up the hours I had in here, but I know all you guys sitting here and gals sitting at this table were putting in a lot of hours as well too. I see the time tickets today, and for pay period, you guys are definitely over your 80 and stuff like that. So appreciate that. Appreciate what you do. I do think we're getting the right leadership in these roles here. And I think we're starting to make some progress. Not that we haven't been in the last couple of years, but I think we're starting to see the stuff come together. You know, it takes a while to build it. You're not going to see it results overnight. You're not going to see it sometimes in a year, but you may see it a year out from now or 2 years out from now, and you look back and say, oh yeah, that's starting to look like the way we wanted it. So I think everybody here in the room, you too, Justin, you're on the board of works, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Jimbo, we appreciate you being one that really shows up, continuously.
You know what's going on.
Exactly. Jim's tried to carry that word. People's asking, hey, what went on in the meeting Monday night? And Jim says, get up there and find out. So, well, we appreciate you too, Jim, being engaged, so. I do not have anything. Does anybody in the audience, Jim or Justin, have anything for the council?
I have one more thing before.
Just thank you again from Board of Works at least for everybody's help, and I agree with everybody here that, we've seen a lot come, to fruition over these past few years, and I think everybody's leadership has been a, major, contribution to that. And I look forward to seeing what we can do the next couple of years ahead.
I got one more thing I'd like to say, you know, Andrew's part-time here. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, every function we have in this town, he's here. Volunteering his time, he's not getting paid to do it. But everything we do in this town, Andrew's part of it. He was big at Halloween, he was big at the Christmas thing, even though he kind of started a little late.
Just had to put that in there.
That's valid. That's
I
completely
just
valid.
think it's neat to see him volunteer, and there's not a function in this town that he's not involved in. And I think maybe sometimes it kind of makes me feel bad that I don't volunteer as much as he does. So I think it's just really cool that he puts in that much time in this town, and he ain't asking for a dime for it, so that's impressive.
I like Butler.
So,
I like the people here.
He got perks at Halloween, he got to wear an earpiece. and
I did
talk.
have to wear an earpiece.
carry around the radio.
Felt like Secret Service.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Anybody else have anything before we adjourn this meeting for 2025 and see you back here on January 5th, 2026?
Merry Christmas.
Yep, Merry Christmas.
All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Meeting adjourned 7:26.
Okay, all of the gents that needs to sign this one, Jamie, just